This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you can able to see the screen and you can able to hear my voice. Any one of you, please confirm.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi. Yeah.
That's visible.
Yeah. Okay. You can go on mute. We'll start the demo. So let me introduce myself before we get into the demo. My name is Rizwan. I'm having 12 years of industry experience complete into SAP. I started my journey with a technology called SAP WebDin Pro Java. I did it for 3 years, and after that, I got a chance to work in SAP WebDin Pro ABAP. And in the year 2014, I got an opportunity to work with SAP UI5 Fiori. And from there onwards, from 2014, I have been working in this SAP UI5 Fiori, OData, development extensions. Now I am working with this BTP cloud application programming model CAPM. So this is all about my experience. Okay, fine. With this short introduction, so let us get into the demo session. So in today's demo session, you will understand the overall picture of SAP UI5 OData Fiori, what exactly they are, and you will also understand the basic flow of execution and where these OData UI5 and the connection between these two, the difference between UI5 Fiori. So all these the foundation part you will understand in today's class itself. Okay, so don't think the demo is just a kind of a course content or something, but our demo is so special. And last but not least, you will also understand what are the applications that you will develop as a part of this training. So our training is not only just a training where we teach all the development concepts, but we also keep all the development concepts in the form of projects. So you will understand what are the various applications that you develop as a part of this as a part of this journey of 2 months. So that also we will show you. So meanwhile, people are joining. So I will start with by showing the applications that you will develop as a part of this journey of 2 months. Okay, right. So these are the applications that you can see the batch number, batch 68. So in every batch, after the development concepts are over, we build all the development concepts, keeping together in the form of applications. So we follow that real-time approach. The way in real time we develop the applications, in the same real-time approach will be followed, and in the real time we deploy all the applications to the server, and we also create the tiles in the Fiori launchpad. So same approach will be followed in the training as well. Okay, so you will develop the different kinds of applications that SAP as a part of SAP UI5 and Fiori we have. The first category of applications is SAP UI5 applications. SAP UI5 applications are nothing but the complete custom applications which are developed as per the client's requirement. Okay, so keeping the client's requirements in mind, we develop the application from the scratch level. So those applications are called as SAP UI5 applications. Okay, so we develop three different variety of applications here. So first one is the major one, which is employee management application. So this employee management application covers every concept of SAP UI5, everything of SAP UI5. So basically, this application, using this application, we can uh, manage all the employees. So managing the employees means you can, you can display all the employees, you can filter the employees, you can sort the employees, you can group the employees. Okay, and you can create the employees, you can edit the employees, you can delete the employees, you can export this employee data into Excel sheet. So all these things we can do. So these are few of the employees in that batch, and few employees got deleted using the delete operation. So I will just show you by some filter, sort, and group operation. I will show you. So let me use some 7001. So I think this is the employee 7001. So let me click go, and you can see the data got filtered, and uh, we are not able to see other employees. We are able to see only this employee. So the data got filtered, and I can click on the reset button. Now you can see again we got the entire data, and this got cleared. So similarly, you can also filter, for example, you want the employees whose salary, so let us see the salary, whose salary is more than some 5 lakhs, for example. So let me use the greater than operator, and 5 lakhs. This is 50,000, and this is 5 lakhs. Let me click go, and you can see you will find only one employee, and that is Bhavana. Okay, so similarly I can click reset to get all the employees again. So similarly you can sort the employees using various fields. So let me use the descending order of the salary, and you can see the data got arranged in the descending order of the salary. So you can use ascending order, for example. Now you can see the data got arranged in the ascending order of the salary. So similarly you can group the employees, for example, using skill. I want to group the employees. So now you can see the employees got grouped using the skill. So all the ABAPs at one place. So you can see all ABAPs came at one place. Fiori people came at one place, and Java people came at one place. So this is called grouping. Okay. So like this, you can do this filtering, sorting, grouping, all that stuff. And you can also create the employees. So as a part of creating the employees, we did the deep create. So we call it as create deep entity. So you can not only give the employee details, but also you can add the projects. So here we used a dynamic table concept. So you can add the projects dynamically. As many projects as you want to add for this employee, you can add all those projects here. So if you want to delete, for example, there are only 4 projects, but I click the plus button one more extra time, then you can also delete that row dynamically by clicking the delete button. So like this, you can not only add the employees, but also you can add the projects for the employees, and you can also upload the profile picture of the employees by using this file uploader. And also you can uh, do the digital signature of the employee. For example, I'm doing my signature. So this is one of the real-time requirement that we kept in this training. So let me click on save. This get downloaded into our downloads folder. See the same signature, whatever I have done, so that got downloaded, and I can upload this signature in this upload resume. You can upload your resumes here. You can upload the digital signature here by clicking this plus button. I can select the signature that I have done, and it has came here, and I can click on this upload button so that this gets uploaded. Okay. So like this, it is not a simple, simple applications. Whatever we do are very complex applications with complete real-time thing in keeping those real-time scenarios in mind. Okay. So similarly, you can also do the edit employee. So you need to select the employee first. So select the employee and click on the edit employee so that you can edit all that employee details. Okay. and you can straight away delete the employee by clicking this delete employee button. So this employee gets deleted. Okay, we already have less employees, so I don't want to do that. So similarly, we develop other custom applications like create bulk employees. So so this is a batch operations concept where we keep all the employees that we want to create in a Excel sheet. So the client requirement comes in the same way. The clients will ask like, I want to create some 1,000 employees at a time. After that, I will add the projects. After that, I will upload the profile picture. After that, I will add the resume. Okay, so all those things I will do later. First of all, employee should get created. So 1,000 employees I want to create. So this is called bulk creation. This is called bulk creation. And how these bulk creations happens in real time? They keep all those employee details in a Excel sheet, and the requirement is they will upload the Excel sheet. Once they upload the Excel sheet, that Excel sheet data we need to read, and we need to showcase them in this table, and from there when I submit, so all these records should get created in the backend database table. So that is a requirement. So that is called as, this is achieved by using the concept called batch operations. And that is what exactly is this second application, that is batch operations, create bulk employees. So I will just show you. So by clicking this file uploader, I'm going to upload a Excel called employees. Okay, so in this, I have 3 employees. Now you can see all the 3 employees were read and they are showcased in this table. And when you click on the submit button, all these employees gets created in the database table. Okay, so this is called the bulk employee creation. Now this Excel is having only 3 employees, but if the Excel is having 1,000 employees, so 1,000 employees also gets created. Okay, so this is achieved using a concept called batch operations. And this is charts application where if at all you want to develop a analytical kind of application using the client's requirements, then you can use this charts application. So here you can dynamically change the chart. So we displayed the employee ID and employee name on the x-axis, and we displayed the salary on the y-axis. We can dynamically change this chart from the column chart to the bar chart. We can also change this to the line chart. We can also change this to the pie chart. Okay, so unfortunately, other employees' salary is very less. So that's the reason you can see the chart like this. Okay, so this is basically the chart application. You can also filter the employees here as well. For example, if I use 7001 and click go, now this chart is filtered only with this employee, that is some name they have given 7001, and the chart got filtered only with this employee. Okay, and I can click reset so that all employees gets loaded in the chart. So this is an analytical application that we develop using SAP UI5 custom development. So similarly, we have other category of applications as a part of the Fiori. So they are Fiori-like applications. So Fiori-like applications, so what does they mean? Under the Fiori category, so SAP has given 2 templates, so which are called master detail template and worklist template. They are for decision making. So if you want to develop a decision making kind of application, so you can use either of these templates. Now the template, when you use these templates, the template does the 90% of the job. They by taking our inputs, they automatically create the screens, and you just need to implement the decision making logic. So for example, I will show you one, the one that we developed. So here we have taken the employee status two statuses we have taken. One is probationary or permanent employee. Okay. Now I can take the decision. Let's say I'm the manager. So he is serving the probationary period. His performance, everything is good. So I want to make him permanent. So I can click on make permanent and the status will change to permanent. You can see the status has changed to the permanent. So we just updated, the employee's status, but basically what you need to understand is, so whenever you want to develop a decision-making kind of application, so this is where the Fiori like applications or even Fiori elements applications came into picture. Okay, so this is called master detail application. So similarly, there is a work list application. So the difference between work list application and the master detail application is it's a two-page application. When you click on the record, it goes to the second page and the decision making will be done in the second page. Okay. Otherwise, both are same. In case of master detail application, it's a single page. When you click on this one, it won't go to the second page, but it just split the page into some 40% and 60%, and the details will be shown at the right hand side. So that's the only difference between the master detail and the Fiori work list. So basically both are decision making applications. Okay. And the third category of applications that you develop are the Fiori elements application. So basically the Fiori elements is a separate training which will continue after this SAP UI5 OData Fiori training. So after that, we start the training called SAP Fiori Elements training. Now you might wonder what is this Fiori Elements training and how this is different from the previous two. The Fiori Elements basically uh, it generates the application user interface, that is the front end also generate from the annotations that we write in the CDS. Okay, in the first two categories you will write the front end coding. So complete front end coding you need to write in the first two categories, whereas in the Fiori elements way of development you no need to write any front end coding. The application, even the front end user interface, gets created by using the CDS and annotations that you write as a part of the CDS. So first we write the CDS. On top of CDS we write annotations, and those annotations create the UI, user interface, for you. Now under the Fiori elements we have again four templates that are given by SAP. List report template, analytical list page template, overview page template, and work list is recently added. Previously it is not there. So it is work list template. Okay. So let me just open how they look. So this is how the Fiori elements application looks like. So let me click on the go button here. So all this UI comes out of the box, guys, without writing any front-end code. We don't write even a single line of front-end code in the Fiori elements applications. So you can see these are called filters, and this is the table. Okay, so we have given some green color, red color, basing on the status. So if the status is probationary, we have given this red color, and if the status is green color, we have permanent, we have given green color, and the rating for this employees also we have given by using these rating indicators, stars. Okay, you can do the filtering, and you can also do a lot of things by clicking this setting symbol. So if you click on the setting symbol, you can do sorting, you can do filtering, you can do grouping. So all these comes out of the box without writing any coding. So you don't write any code specially to develop this one. Okay, so that's a wonderful feature of Fiori elements development. And you can also click this record to go to the object page. So where you can see the more details about this employee. For example, so this employee name is Veera. You can see the more details about this employee. He's a manager, his skill, his rating, his email ID, his status, and this is the complete information, the basic skill information and performance information. So this is project information, and this is project versus team size information. Okay, so what projects he worked and what is the team size in those projects. So he does not have the project information, so it didn't display it. So let us see this. Yeah, now this person is Rupesh, and Rupesh has two project experience, and this is the team size with which he has worked. So you can see this fellow has worked with the team size 10 in the first project, and this is the second project where the team size is 7. Okay, so like this, you can display the details of these employees, and you can also do sorting, filtering, all those stuff you can do. And this is the analytical list page application where you can also display the analytical data along with the normal filtering, sorting the employee data. You can also display this kind of analytical data. So here we displayed this employee data. You can see the moment I click on the employee data got filtered. Once again. Yeah. So this is all the employee data, and these are called the visual filters. Probably you will understand more about the visual filters later on. So in the analytical list page application, you have two options at the filter section. So this is called your normal filters. They are called compact filters that you have seen in your list report application. So these are your regular filters. You can enter the employee ID, you can enter the designation, you can enter the skill, and you can do the filtering. So similar to this compact filters, okay, or normal filters, you can call it as. So this analytical list page application has an option of this visual filters. They are called as visual filters. Okay, so this particular visual filters are just like compact filters. The only difference is you will select the employees from the chart. For example, I click on 100003. I click on this and I can click the go button so that only 100003 gets filtered. Okay, see 100003 got filtered. So this is basically called visual filters. So you can do the filtering using the charts. So if you are doing the filtering using charts, so that is called as visual filters, and this is the compact filters. So since you selected 100003 in the visual filter, so that the same thing is selected in the compact filters as well. Okay. Yeah, so you can also click this arrow mark to go to the details of this employee, and this is the details. So in the detail page, there is no difference. It is one and the same. Okay. All right. So all these things are developed without writing any front-end code. So that is the magic of Fiori Elements applications. So here you will understand how to write the CDS, how to write the annotations on top of the CDS to achieve all these different kind of applications. Okay, so this is also worklist application. This is newly added, but the usage of worklist application in the real time is less. However, I will just open it. The worklist application displays the data in the form of table, and they are called quick filters. Okay, they don't have the filters like your list report application, like this. They don't have the filters like this, but they have something called the quick filters. For example, I want the probationary employees, click on this and you will see probationary employees. You want permanent employees, click on this and you will see the permanent employees. So they are called quick filters, and you can take the decision basing on whatever the requirement the client is having. Okay, and you can click this and go to the second page, and the second page is as it is. Okay, you can also edit the second page, by the way. So you can click the edit button and you can change the details of these employees, and you can click on the save. Okay, so all these things are possible. So that's using the Fieri elements, and this is a standard Fieri app, manage sales order, and you will understand uh, how to enhance, means how to extend the standard application in this particular topic, that is extending standard application. So here we added one filter, extra filter. So this is a standard application, manage sales order, a standard application without any change. Now just observe, we added one extra filter here in the extended application. So click on this and you can see there is a extra filter, that is sales document approval status. So basing on this, we are filtering this particular table as well. So how to do the extension to the standard application, that also you will understand as a part of the Fieri elements. Okay, so this training is two parts. The first one is the SAP UI5 OData Fieri development, that is these two. It is one training. This completely deals with the custom application development, custom UI5, custom OData, and Fieri applications. So this is one training, and this is another training, the Fieri elements way of development using the CDS and annotations, where we can write the annotations on the CDS level, as well as we can write the annotations on the local level, that is in the front end also we can write the annotations. So both the ways we will show you, because in real time both ways will be there. Okay, so that is also covered as a part of this training. So this is basically what exactly is the training, and what exactly after in this journey of 2 months you are going to achieve. Okay, so just one word about our training. Just want to mention, we believe in the real-time way of teaching. Okay, so that is a reason, whatever the development concepts we cover, the complete SAP UI5 development concepts, we keep them in the form of real-time projects, and we deploy them to the server the way in the real time you deploy them to the server and create the tiles in the production. So same way we also do that. Okay, all right. And those people who practice this entire training of 2 months, for them it is equal to 3 years of SAP UI5 experience. You can straight away say that I have worked in SAP UI5 for 3 years if you practice each and every one of my class. So that's a guarantee that I can give. All right, so this is all about some overall introduction about what exactly you are going to develop as a part of this training. Now let's get into the basics of SAP UI5. So one second. All right. So now for the rest of the 30 minutes, you are going to understand some basics about SAP UI5 OData Fieri and where exactly they came into picture, and the flow of execution of any SAP UI5 application. So how do you how the data will flow from front end screen to the back end database tables, and vice versa, that is backend database tables to the front end. So how this flow happens, so all these things we are going to understand. So let us start. So by the end of this 30 minutes, you are going to understand what is SAP UI5, what are the previous technologies before SAP UI5 came into the picture, disadvantages with the previous technologies and advantages of SAP UI5, and most importantly, these three things: MVC architecture of SAP UI5, front end to the back end and back end to the front end data flow, how it happens in SAP UI5 and Fieri applications, and the difference between SAP UI5 and Fieri. So most of the people know what is the difference between SAP UI5 and Fieri, but still There are few people who have confusion in this topic, so that is also covered. Now pay attention. So what is SAP UI5? SAP UI5 is a HTML5 based framework, and this is the only front-end technology that you have in SAP to develop the business applications as per the client's requirements. And the specialty of this technology, SAP UI5, is once you develop once you develop an application using SAP UI5, they automatically adjust the mobile screens, tablet screens, desktop screen, or any other device of any size. It might be 6.1, it might be 6.7, it can be of any device. It automatically adapts to that particular device screen. So that is the specialty of SAP UI5. Okay, so now let's see, before SAP UI5, you know that SAP UI5 came into the market in the year 2014. But before 2014, don't we have applications in SAP? Don't we have web application, that is business applications in SAP? Yes, we have. Then what are the previous technologies using which they were developed? So they were developed using these BSP, WebDynPro Java, and WebDynPro ABAP. This is just for knowledge. Even you have this prior experience, it does not matter. Okay, so no dependency of these technologies on SAP UI5. Okay, this is just for information. Now why those technologies were ruled out, and why SAP is came with this latest technology called SAP UI5, and he's developing all the applications in SAP UI5 only. Why? The reason is the previous technologies, they are performance wise very slow, and they support only one device, that is a desktop. And if you try to run the application in the mobile, they don't run. Okay, half of the screen will cut, and you can't see the remaining half. And they are very poor look and feel. You can see that the look and feel of those applications, they look like GUI kind of applications, but they don't really look like a modern web applications. And only white and blue colors are possible. No other colors you can incorporate in those technology. Only white or blue. You can see only these two colors. But if you see this Fieri launchpad, so is this the standard launchpad? No. The launchpad comes with a light blue color, but we have customized it to green color, isn't it? And if you open the application, can you see this? All the application, all the buttons, colors, everything is changed, right? So any color is possible in case of SAP UI5. Now these are the disadvantages of the previous technologies, and if you write the opposite statement for each and every one of them, so they become the advantages of SAP UI5. So performance wise, very fast. You have seen when I'm running the applications, you can see the performance of the application is very fast. They supports all the devices. The rich look and feel. Yes, obviously the Fieri looks like a modern web application, and any colors are possible by using a tool called Theme Designer. There is a tool called Theme Designer, and you can normally clients, from the client side, they themselves apply, they create a new theme, and they themselves apply the theme as per their interest, uh, their requirement. Okay, so and sometimes as a developer you will also do that. You will create a custom theme as per their requirement, and you will the entire launchpad will appear in a different color. Yeah, so that's basically advantages of SAP UI5. Now we are entering into the most important three topics for the demo, and those three are MVC architecture of SAP UI5. The second one is how the data will flow from front-end screen to the back-end database tables. and from backend database tables to the front-end screen. And finally, I will discuss the difference between SAP UI5 and Fiori. So now let us start with this topic, that is MVC architecture of SAP UI5. So SAP UI5 is based on the famous architecture called MVC architecture. Now, what is this MVC architecture? The MVC architecture specifies, hey, Mr. Developer, if you are going to develop SAP UI5 application, then please divide that application into three significant layers. And those are the view layer, controller layer, and model layer. In the MVC, M stands for the model, V stands for the view, and the C stands for the controller. MVC. Each layer has its own purpose, and you need to understand the purpose of each layer very clearly. Now, the purpose of the view layer is, in the view layer, we write the code for screen designing only. And we don't write any other code in the view layer. The view layer is completely dedicated for the screen designing. If you see these applications, so here there is a lot of uh, screen designing happen. You can see all the filters are coming here, all the sorters are coming here, groups are coming here. You can see the line endings are beautifully cut, and they are very much aligned. And this is the table. You can see the alignment of the table. Title came at the left hand side, the buttons came at the right hand side. So the go and reset buttons came at the right hand side. So this is called the screen designing. So this particular screen designing is done in the view layer. Second one is the controller layer. The entire functionality of the screen will be written in the controller layer. The complete functionality of the screen will be written in the controller layer. So for example, now this is the screen, but the screen without the functionality is useless. For example, I entered the employee ID, and when I click on the go button, the table should get filtered. If it does not get filtered, then what is the use of the screen? What you will do with the screen? It's of no use, right? So that is where the controller came into picture. The entire functionality, so whatever the functionality that I have shown you before, just a few minutes back, so that entire functionality code will be written inside the controller. Okay, now there is a important relation between the view and controller, and that is 1:1 relation. This is a very important interview question as well as certification question, and that is, what is the relation between view and controller? And there is 1:1 relation. And what does it mean? If you have one screen, okay, one screen means view. In SAP terminology, screen means view. If you have one screen, that is one view, you will have one controller, its own controller. If you have two screens, two views, now both the views have their own controllers. So that is called 1:1 functionality. So let me put it this way in a paint diagram. So let's say this is a view and this is another view. Now this view will have its own controller, and the entire functionality of this particular screen will be written in its own controller. So complete functionality of this view 1 will be written in the view 1 controller. Let's say this is view 1, and the complete functionality code will be written in the view 1 controller. So the same is the case with the view 2. So let's say this is view 2, then the complete functionality code for this view 2 will be written in the view 2 controller. So like this, Every view has its own controller, and the functionality of that particular view will be written in its own controller. So that is the one is to one relationship that SAP maintains. So you might be wondering why this one is to one relation. So because of this one is to one relation, debugging or troubleshooting is very easy. For example, since you separated the view to functionality code completely into the view to controller, if if my view to is not working fine, then I no need to troubleshoot shoot elsewhere. I can straight away go to the view to controller and I can see where the mistake happened. So I need to debug only one file, and that is view to controller. That's all. Okay, so that is why the SAP came up with this one is to one relationship. So where the entire screen functionality code is clearly separated into its own controller. And the view coding is done in the XML language, and the controller coding. So all the controllers are .js files. So .js means JavaScript coding. So the controller coding is JavaScript. Now immediately the people will have something in their mind. Rizwan, I don't know JavaScript, I don't know XML, I know only ABAP language. So can I learn? That is not your headache. That is my headache. So we teach it from the scratch level. So don't worry. Okay, so I will teach with the syntax level as well. So you no need to worry about writing the JavaScript code, writing the XML code. You no need to really worry about. Okay, and one more point I would like to mention. So this particular XML and JavaScript that we are calling, these are the flavored versions of SAPs. Okay, you will not find exact JavaScript that you find in W3 schools or any other open source JavaScript tutorial. No, this particular JavaScript is having SAP's flavor. SAP built the API of JavaScript. Okay, it is not open source JavaScript, and that is the reason the name is given SAP UI5. If SAP would have used the open source JavaScript, he do not have any right to give the name of the technology as SAP UI5. He got the right to give this as SAP UI5 just because he he developed that JavaScript and XML in his own flavor with his own API. Okay, so the point I would like to mention is, even though the little bit syntax will match with the open source JavaScript, but this JavaScript is totally SAP's flavored, SAP's written JavaScript. Okay, so that is very important to understand. All right, so basically the views are XML files where we write the code in XML language, and the controllers are JavaScript files where we have written the complete code in the JavaScript. Okay, and again, so you don't need to worry about this XML and JavaScript. So that is trained's headache. That is my headache. Okay, so you don't need to worry. The beauty of this is we teach it everything from the scratch level, so even a layman can understand. Okay, so you no need to worry about the teaching at all. All right, that's basically the controller layer, and there is a model layer. So model layer basically deals with the data and data manipulations. So probably you will understand this, what is this data and data manipulations directly, uh, in the next coming sessions. Okay, so dealing with the data means sometimes you do the data processing, sometimes you manipulate the data, you format the data. So all these comes under the model layer. Okay, all right. So moving on to the next topic, and that is front end to the back end data flow in SAP UI5 or Fiori applications. So this is very important, my dear friends. How the front end screen data will go to the back end, and how the back end database table data will come to the front end. So understanding this is very important. So this I will explain by using a slide. And this slide tells a lot about the flow of SAP UI5 application. So here I have taken a simple example, but before we get into this example on the data flow, first of all, I want to introduce you to the landscape, the bare minimum system landscape that you will find when you go to the SAP UI5 projects. Every SAP UI5 project will contain some backend system. So this backend system can be your SAP ECC or S4HANA or SRM, CRM, any backend system. And in addition to this SAP backend system, you will have one extra system called SAP Gateway System. So this backend system is nothing but your regular, for example, I can take this as a S4HANA system. This is the backend system, which contains your tables, function modules, everything. Now, in addition to this system, you will find an extra system called SAP Gateway System, and this is where the people have a confusion why this SAP Gateway System is needed. One second, let me connect the laptop to the charger, otherwise it gets shut down. So the reason being having this additional system is your SAP UI5 application cannot talk to the backend system directly. Why? This backend system is S4HANA system or ECC system. They are not that entire server or the coding that we have done. It is in the ABAP language, right? And there is no compatibility for the communication for your SAP UI5 application to your SAP backend system, because these are two incompatible frameworks. SAP UI5 is a HTML5 based framework, and this backend system, whatever you develop, all those are ABAP and mainly ABAP programming language. So these are not compatible technologies or the frameworks to communicate directly with each other. So the solution that was brought up is by using an additional system called SAP Gateway System. You can see the meaning of SAP Gateway. Gateway means what? What is Gateway of India? So through that you will enter into India, right? So if at all you want to contact or communicate with this SAP backend system, you need to communicate through this SAP gateway system. Okay. Now, what is the importance of SAP gateway system? And that is, you will have your entire business logic in the backend system. Okay. So business logic is nothing but the CRUD queue operations: create operation, update operation, delete operation, read operation, query operations. So the entire business logic will be written in a OData project that is created in the backend system itself. So you need to understand that the backend system contains a OData project, and the entire business logic of CRUD queue operations is written in the backend system itself. But this business logic will be exposed. When you create a OData project, the outcome of this OData project is a OData service. So the outcome OData service alone will be deployed in the gateway system. I repeat, business logic is written in a OData project, and this OData project is created in the backend system, this box. Okay, but the outcome of the OData project, which is a OData service, so this is deployed in the SAP gateway system. Okay, and SAP UI5 framework will call this OData service. SAP UI5 will not talk to the backend system, and it cannot talk to the backend system. SAP UI5 will talk to the gateway system, that is the OData service. Okay, and this OData service will redirect the execution to the appropriate methods in the backend, appropriate operation logic in the backend. So that is the reason why the SAP gateway system is came into picture. Now let us take a simple example to understand the front end to the backend database table flow and backend to the front end flow. Let's assume the client has asked to create a screen with three fields: employee ID, name, and skill. And when you click on the submit button, I want this data to be saved in a custom table, and this is the table. Now let us see how you will develop this step by step in the real time. So step number one, you will create a SAP UI5 project by using the tools SAP Web IDE or SAP Business Application Studio. But nowadays, the SAP Web IDE became obsolete, and SAP declared that SAP Web IDE will be no more from 2026. He already given the date, and even SAP is not giving the license for SAP Web IDE anymore. So whatever the applications that are developed, they are from Business Application Studio. So till the last batch, I taught in both the tools, Web IDE and Business Application Studio. But from this batch, since SAP is not giving any more new licenses, so we are teaching in Business Application Studio as a priority. And I'm also showing in SAP Web IDE. I will show in Web IDE as well. Uh, but in the day-to-day classes, mainly SAP Business Application Studio, because that is a only tool going forward that will be exist in the SAP's world. Okay, right. So you will develop a SAP UI5 project. That is step number one. Step number two, you will design this particular screen, okay, and you will also do any validations if required, like you did not fill the skill. So when you click on submit, you will show a error message saying that boss, please fill the skill as well. Okay, so that is a step number two, screen designing and validations. Step number three, you will create the necessary tables that are required. That is step number three. Step number four, on these table or tables, you will create a OData project first of all in AC by going to the ACGW T code in this system. Okay, and the OData project gives the provision to implement all the CRUD queue operations, create, update, delete, read, query operations on the multiple tables or table, whatever. Okay, and the outcome of the OData project is a OData service. So this OData service you will deploy in the SAP gateway system. That is step number four. Now step number five is when you click on the submit button, you will call the OData service. Now while calling this OData service, you need to mention which operation you want to call and that corresponding data. Now I mentioned that I want to call the create operation and this is the data. Now what happens is this create request will be received by the OData framework and it redirect this execution to the appropriate method that is create. And it also pass this data. I will save this data in a structure, okay? And I already written the statement that is insert into this particular table from that particular structure. Okay, so the structure in which I will get this data. I will receive the data into a structure and I will insert the data into this table from this structure. So the employee gets created here. So this is how the front end screen data will reach the backend database table. And the vice versa happens in the same way. Let's say this table is already filled with 100 employees. So from the front end, I want to read all these 100 employees. So I will call the OData service with the query operation or read operation. Okay. So the request go to the OData service and the OData service will redirect the execution to the query operation where I have written already the logic that is select star from this table. So all the data will travel to the front end in the same reverse direction. So this query operation will return the data to the OData framework, and OData framework will return the data to the front-end SAP UI file. Okay, so this is how the front end to the back end and back end to the front end data flow will happen. Okay, and last topic for today's demo, and that is Rizwan. Sometimes you are saying UI5, sometimes you are saying Fiori. Then what is the difference between SAP UI5 and Fiori? When to call an application as a UI5 application and when to call an application as a Fiori application? First of all, let us take the primary difference. Okay, so once we complete the primary difference, again in the Fiori there is again a subcategory, so we'll talk about the subcategory later. Okay, now first of all, what is SAP UI5 application and what is Fiori application? When to call an application as SAP UI5 application and when to call an application as a Fiori application. I'll just take a simple example so that you will understand, uh, even in any situation you will not have any confusion in this terminology. So let's say I want a house. I need a house. If I need a house, there are two options for you. Option number one, which our father's generation has done. What our father's generation has done, they purchase a land. After that, they purchase all the raw materials that are required for the house, like concrete, sand, cement, bricks, everything. They put some laborers into work and they develop the house from the scratch level. This is called SAP UI5 application. Means we developers are the laborers. We develop the application from the scratch level according to the client's requirements. So if you develop any application from the scratch level as per the client's requirement, that application can be called as SAP UI5 application, which is called complete custom development. So this is one category where you will find many custom application developments in the real time. Okay, now you understand when to call a application as SAP UI5 application. So if it is an application which is developed by the developers from the scratch level, then it is called SAP UI5 application. Now next, again, let's get back to the example. I want a house. Now what our generation people are doing, there is some Aparna constructions, there is some Lodha constructions, there is some My Home constructions. Pay the money, take your house. I repeat, pay the money, take your house. That's all, right? So this is a ready-made house. So basically, SAP, the technology belongs to SAP, correct? So SAP also developed some applications from his side. Okay, SAP knows what are the areas, SAP knows what are the common applications that are used across the industries. SAP knows everything. So he himself developed some applications, ready-made applications. Okay, he has developed everything, just like Aparna Constructions developed every flat and he's selling it. So similarly, SAP developed all the most of the common real-time requirements, and those applications he's doing the market with the name called Fieri. Okay, because he needs some different name, because whatever the application that you are developing, you are already calling it as SAP UI5 application, right? So if the application developed by him, that is also called as SAP UI5, then what is the specialty of SAP? So he needs a separate name, so he choose the word called Fieri for the applications that he has developed. Fieri means flower, so flower looks beautiful, and the applications that he has developed, they are also looks beautiful. So with that analogy, with that meaning, he has given the name called Fieri. So all the applications which are developed by SAP, which are ready-made, they are called as SAP standard Fieri applications. So this is the primary difference between the UI5 and Fieri. However, Fieri also has again a separate hierarchy. So now I will just let's get into the Fieri. So primary difference you understand, that is the Fieri means standard applications given by SAP. So now under the Fieri, what else we have? So this picture will help you to understand. So this is Fieri. Under the Fieri, you have standard applications, standard Fieri apps, which are ready-made applications, and you can also extend those standard Fieri apps basing on some extension points and all. Okay, so this is one branch, one category. The Fieri-like applications, which are the master detail and work list application that I have shown you in the Launchpad. So for example, if you take this second category, Fieri worklist, Fieri master detail. So these applications are also called as Fieri master detail, Fieri worklist. Okay, why the name Fieri was given here, even though they are not standard applications? The reason is in this category, even though this is not the application that is delivered by SAP, but you are using the template. You are using a template given by SAP. This master detail, work list, they are the templates, okay, which are present in WebID as well as the Business Application Studio. These templates given by SAP. And since you are using those templates, 90% code is automatically generated. You are writing only 10% code for the decision making. So when the developer is writing 10% code, 90% code is generated by the template. Who will take the uh, advantage? Who should take the credit? Obviously 90% who is contributing. So these templates, both the templates are given by SAP, and that is the reason he called these applications are also as Fieri like applications. Okay, so even though the code, the 10% code that you will write and 90% code is generated, but still the credit will taken by SAP. It is as good as for example, I want to create a PPT PowerPoint. So when you open the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, there are already some templates, right? For example, some training template or some business template, some hotel related template, right? So if you are using those templates, it automatically suggests a few things and the rest of the thing you will do, correct? So just kind of the. Now the third category is Fieri elements category. Even though this is complete, actually this is complete custom application development. But why still the name Fieri was given? The reason is this particular these list report or analytical list page overview page, these templates works. So templates are again given by SAP, and they work without the front end coding. So you don't need to write any front end coding. Without front end coding itself, the screens gets generated. Without the front end coding itself, even the functionality will work. Okay, so all this magic is happening just because of this Fieri elements. So since this is also SAP's magic, so even this particular category of applications are also called Fieri elements applications, okay, which is this category. So four templates given by SAP only. So who should take the credit? SAP only. Okay. So this category is complete custom application category. So all these things we get in the real time, guys. There is nothing like we get only Fieri elements way of development. No, every client. So if you are working for a client, the client will have some custom requirements. The client will use some standard applications. The client will use some Fieri elements applications as well. Okay, so that's about this difference between SAP UI5 and Fieri, and this concludes our demo. Okay, now before I hand over the question and answer part to you, I would like to mention few things about this training. The training regular classes starts from tomorrow itself. Okay, so tomorrow, that is Wednesday. The timings are 8 to 9, so this is fixed. And Monday to Saturday, our training will go on Monday to Saturday, no excuses. If you have some festivals and all, yes, okay. Uh, so on that day, we will drop. So Monday to Saturday. And those people who are interested to continue with this training, you need to call this number 81421 So this is my WhatsApp number as well and phone number as well. So you can contact me if you want to, if you are interested, you want to continue. So I will explain the course fee, all these things. And those people, some people joined from Index IT. So please reach out to Index IT. Team, so Index ID management for how to join this course and all. Okay, so and last finally, if you attend each and every class with 100% attention and regular practice, I will leave you as an excellent UI5 theory developer. So that is my challenge, because we already done that from last 70 batches, 69 batches, and this is the 70th batch. So we know, we are very confident enough by seeing all the previous batch people who got settled in nice companies, who are able to switch their companies, who are able to get the jobs, who are able to do the real-time projects that came along their way. Okay, all right. So that's all from my side. Now it is the time for the questions and answer session. So
Sir,
yeah, Sai.
what are the job opportunities, sir?
See, this is training only. So once you complete the training, if you keep your resume in the Naukri and Monster, okay, so especially Naukri, you will automatically get hell lot of calls. Okay, so UI5 Theory has great demand in the market. I no need to tell you. Okay, you can ask anyone. You can ask any guy in SAP world, you will get the same answer, and that is UI5 theory has great demand in the market. And even I'm in the same field. I'm working in UI5 theory in the real time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Recently, I learned the course SAP ABAP only. So then, what is the next course I have to learn, like SAP ABAP and
See,
HANA or
ab-
Fiori?
see, ABAP with a combination of Fiori is a great combination, because ABAP is backend and Fiori is front end. So if you know both, those developers are called full stack developers, and full stack developers resume has very great demand than only one-sided guys. So in the market, there are people with only UFF theory skill, but nowadays companies are looking for the full stack developers. So if you know both, then obviously you will paid more than the one-sided developers.
Hello, Rizwan.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have divided this course into two trainings. Like both are included in these 2 months, or
No. 2 months is UFF theory course. Okay, so this 2 months is only this course,
yeah,
and the
okay.
rest of the 2 months is this course. Ah, sorry, this is 1 month only. Theory elements is 1 month, so totally 3 months training. UI5 audit of theory is one training of 2 months, and the theory elements is 1 month. So January to March.
Like we have to register again for that new training.
Yeah, theory elements is a separate training. Okay, so you can contact for the fees details of UI5 theory. And if you are taking both trainings, then we give some discount, obviously.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I've been working in Cognizant. Like I don't have exposure to the CDS. I thought I'll learn this, but okay.
yeah, you can join when the theory elements training starts. At the time you can join. Okay. Or
Okay.
what you can also do, you can take our latest batch videos, latest one. Okay, so we always give the latest videos. So if you want, you can take them and self learning, and you can connect me for any kind of doubts you get on the way. So you can always
Like
connect us.
videos in the sense this SAP UI5 custom UI.
Means, see,
For
every batch whatever I teach, so those will be recorded as well, just like even this class is getting recorded. If you see,
yeah,
even this
yes,
class is getting recorded, right? So
yes,
these videos will be taken by most of the people who do not have some time, 8 to 9 they cannot attend. So those people, what they do, they take this latest videos, okay, and
oh,
they watch it and they come back to me. They connect me for any kind of questions or doubts. Wherever they stuck up, they ask me. So like that also you can do. Okay, you
yeah, yeah,
can take our latest Theory Elements videos and you can watch them. So once you open the video, you will feel like you are in a class, just like you are attending the class, right? So similarly, you will feel.
yeah, 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 yeah. It is okay.
Yeah, hi Rizwan. I have tested few points. Can you clear that in the chat?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, you kept the chat window. Sorry. Say, okay, how many days to reach basics of XML? See, as I told you, SAP UI5 is not dependent on complete open source HTML, complete XML and all. SAP UI5 has written his own flavor of JavaScript. It is, for example, if you want me to explain, if you know, do you how many Sai, by any chance, do you know WebDin Pro Java by any
I know
chance?
the term bro, ABAP.
Okay. Now in WebDin Pro Java, whatever the Java is there, is that Java is exactly
No,
the same Java of Oracle?
no,
No.
no, no. It's
We
just
write
some,
we write
yeah.
get binding context WD WD context dot get element binding, something like that. But this particular Java, if you search in the open source market, you will not find. Correct. So similarly, the way in WebDin Pro Java, the Java was just the syntax was taken, but the methods, the functions, or whatever the remaining entire API, so that is not taken from Java, correct? So SAP has built
Some,
his own API,
yeah, yeah, I got
and
your point.
okay, so
My question
safe to
is for,
say,
no, no,
yeah,
for
say
covering basics, it will take one day or it will be like extend for like 1 week and give the deep, deep,
to get the by the time you
exact
type
basics.
some, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. By the time you type some JavaScript code and XML code, so it might be around a week, 1 week to maybe 10 days. You will start typing the code, and when you are typing the code, at that time you will type with the syntax, by understanding the syntax, because I teach with the along with the syntax of writing, how to write a JavaScript function, how to write a XML code. Okay, so how to open a tag, how to close a tag, what are the properties. So all these things I will teach. So by this time, it will be some 7 to 10 days. You can consider 7 days, because 7 days, by the time we complete 7 classes, you will start writing the code. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, this JavaScript we write. jQuery is automatically, internally it gets converted. We don't write jQuery.
Okay.
HTML also we don't write. We write XML, JavaScript, and CSS. So nowadays CSS is also not used much because of the theme designer tool that was given by SAP. And these SAP BTP basics are also covered. See, our business application studio, when you open the business application studio, so that that you will create it by creating an account in BTP. So BTP is just a business technology platform where you have wide variety of services and tools. Okay, and for this particular training, we need this business application studio. and that we will create in the next day, that is tomorrow itself. So you will understand how the BTP account is created, and some basics you will automatically understand on the journey. Okay.
Yeah.
Certification, all topics has been covered. See, those people who attended our UI5 theory training, they automatically cleared the SAP UI5 certification. Okay. Uh, in each and every class, I will also, the way I mentioned today, that is 1:1 relationship is a interview question as well as certification question. So like this, so as and when a particular uh, point is a interview question or a certification question, I will always highlight it. Okay, so you need to make a note of it. And I will suggest each and every class, if you listen 100% with 100% attention, and if you practice your certification, you don't need to worry. So certification is a side effect, automatically happens of this training. Okay. And do we have offline class? No. Online with recordings? Yes, we give the recordings of each and every class. After completion of the class, within 2 to 3 hours, we'll send the recording. And what is the advantage of SAP UFI? We already discussed as a part of the demo. And
Uh, Hi Rizwan.
After SAP, uh, just a sec. After SAP UFA Firi, what to be learned? I mean, after advance of
you can learn CAPM, Cloud Application Programming Model. You can learn SAP CAPM. Okay,
okay,
or you can also learn SAP RAP. You can learn
okay,
this RESTful application programming model, RAP and CAP. These are the two cloud solutions SAP is offering. So those two you can
RESTful
learn.
application programming. I think that is for ABAP. It seems right, like
Exactly.
performance.
Yeah, that's for ABAP. ABAP people
Okay,
will learn RAP. Okay, and
yeah,
this Fieri people normally learn CAP, CAP.
CAPM. Okay.
Yeah, CAP.
Hi
And
Rizwan.
apart from, uh, sorry, one more question. Apart from these basic languages, do we have any chance of using other languages? Like there are a lot of front-end languages out there.
See, for
Uh,
Fieri, you just need this JavaScript and XML. That's all. You no need to think much. And if you
oh,
are talking about CAPM, in CAPM we use Node.js. Okay,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
that's all.
Thank you, Rizwan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Rizwan, when will you get this demo video?
You will get it by 12 o'clock today.
So do we have to share our email IDs, right?
Not required. Demo video will be given as a link, and when you click on the link, it will be automatically, you can watch it. But you attended live, right? So what is the need of the video? Anyway, it will be sent to you. Don't worry.
Okay, so
Have
and
Rizwan.
Rizwan, one more thing. First we'll start with Orata or just to Fairy and UFI?
So first, we'll start for the first 10 days. We start with the front end SAP UI5, and after that, every class will be front end and back end parallelly. Okay, so this approach gives the best results, because if you attend anywhere, okay, except in my training, if you attend anywhere, OData classes are taught separately. UFI classes are taught separately. Now, by the time UFI classes, OData is over, now you start UI5. So by the time the UFI classes start, you forget OData, and you will never understand what is this connection between this front end and back end. For example, if you take a functionality, now we teach every functionality front end and back end parallelly. Now, because of this, what happens? This is a real-time way of development. In real time, also the same thing will happen. The backend developer develops some functionality, and the front-end developer immediately capture that backend functionality, and he will complete the end-to-end functionality. So this is the real-time way of working. Okay. If we separate the classes, front-end and backend separately, do you know what happens? You will understand either backend or front-end, but you will never understand the connection between these two. Okay, so first 10 classes, the screen designing, validation, all these things will be completed. first 10 classes, and after that we'll take the front end back end functionality to functionality, and we complete the front end and back end parallelly for the rest of the entire classes.
O- Okay, Rizwan, thank you. And will the course will complete in 3 months or it will extend to 4?
2 months for SAP UI5 OData and 1 month for Fiori elements.
Okay, Rizwan, thank you.
Yes, hi Rizwan.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I need to know as a paper stack developer, we
Mhm.
has to develop core ABAP or we has to know yes for HANA ABAP.
You said you are a full stack developer, or you want to become a full stack developer.
Yeah, if I want to become.
If you want to become a full stack developer, you must have the front end UI5 theory as well, and in the back end, you should know at least the basics of ABAP. If you know, automatically you will slowly become full stack developer, no problem. But
Yeah,
after the
but
introduction of S4HANA, the syntax of ABAP, all those things has changed. Okay,
yeah,
a
yeah,
little bit. So you see, those things you know, if you want to learn, first you attend the ABAP course, okay, because ABAP is not part of this training. If, just to mention,
but
ABAP is a
CDS
separate
is
training, and you see CDS again, it has different syntax. Okay,
oh, okay,
CDS is different syntax. ABAP is different syntax, and CDS is a different syntax.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Rizwan,
okay.
how many months will get the access for access of server to practice? Like,
All the 3 months. All the 3 months. Okay, first if you registered for UI5 Fiori course, you will get 2 months, and later on, if you registered for Fiori Elements course, you will get 1 month. All the 3 months.
if you want like 1 more month extra, or if you want to
You
extend
can
the
pay and
certificate.
take. You can pay and take. That is 1,000 rupees per month from me, and if you get it for less price, you can also take outside. No problem. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So, if you are taking from my side, it is 1,000 rupees per month, and if you are taking elsewhere, that is your wish.
So in 1,000 rupees, we'll get access for like SAP Web IDE and
Business
Eclipse, right?
application. See, WebID and Eclipse, nobody are using in real time. Okay,
Okay,
it is Business Application Studio.
okay, fine.
Okay, so that's all, guys. If at all those people who are interested, you can straight away ping me on this number. And those people who join from Index IT, as I told you, please reach out to the management. So I will explain the course fees and all. Okay. And if you are taking both the courses, we'll give some discount on the Fiori Elements course. Okay. Yeah. Have a nice day. I thank you so much for attending our demo. I hope you are happy with this too. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwan. Thank you.